Hi Rasmus users. Today we are going to walk through user privileges in Hi Rasmus. So user privileges can only be managed by manager level users. To access them, you're going to go to Settings, Organization, User Privileges. Now let's walk through a couple of things here. The first thing I want to point out is the ability to add a privileged role. You'll start out in your account with a manager level role, a supervisor role, behavior analyst, behavior technician, and parent role. You can click the edit icon here to change the names of these. If you do this, then you'll notice that the base role name will still appear underneath the new name for this role. You can also create new roles based off of those base roles. So if I want to create a different supervisor role and maybe call it clinical director, and this role might have more privileges than the typical supervisor role, then I can add that in. And you'll see that I now have a clinical director role name with the supervisor base role type. To view all of the individual different privileges that we have set up in the system, you can maximize each of these sections. So by clicking the page access section, I actually am maximizing all of these different individual little sections here. I can also just individually click the down arrow here to expand these individual sections within this page access part of our user privileges. And you'll be able to see kind of through this matrix the different privileges that you can grant. And if you hover over the question mark tooltip and click it, it's going to give you a little pop-up that shows exactly what that privilege does. So you can go through and check on and off the different privileges for your various roles. You'll notice that for some roles, you cannot check a certain privilege on. And also for certain roles, you are not able to turn privileges off. So for example, manager level roles will always have access to these pages. You can't turn that off. For a supervisor role, or behavior analyst role, you can give access. For behavior technician and parent, you can never give access. So you'll see that as you scroll down and explore all of the different privileges here. The final thing here is our notifications privilege page. So the notifications privileges, you'll manage by selecting your various roles here. So if I want to manage notifications for the behavior analyst role, then I can do that as well. So you'll see the various different notification types. You can hit this lock icon to make it so that the users can't change their settings for this notification type. If we unlock it, then users can go ahead and decide whether or not through their own account they want to receive those notifications. So we can enable push, in-app, and email, and for certain notification types, what's called a daily digest, which is basically an overview of those notifications. All these notifications will also show up in your notification center, which is this bell icon right here. As we scroll down, these bottom four notification, or I guess there's 5 of them, notification, nope, there's 4. There's 4. These bottom 4 notification types also have some additional functionality. So for these ones, you can also select this middle icon, and that will make it so a user cannot start a new session if they have this pending notification type, meaning they would have to complete that action that's associated with that notification in order to start a new session. We can also, again, toggle on and off if users receive this type of notification or not, and lock whether they can change it themselves. So these toggles right here, you can just turn off all notification types for. The other ones, you'll see we lock on certain types of notifications. So that sums up how to manage and navigate our user privileges here in Hi Rasmus.